Hello everyone, this is Mike reporting for Sportstar. We have just got done with the third round match between India's D Gukesh and China's Ding Liren at the World Chess Championship 2024 final at the Resort World Sentosa in Singapore. Uh, it was a brilliant game for Gukesh, who needed a much who wanted a much needed win after losing the first round itself to Ding. Again, after the alternate rounds, Gukesh had the white pieces, but this time he opened with d4. So I would like the camera to pan around uh, on the board so that I can show you the match. So it started with d4, and when both Ding Liren and Gukesh advanced their knight to f6 and f3 respectively, after d5, c4, it was Queen's Gambit decline. It was interestingly also the most preferred opening in the World Championship games. We have had 17 world champion over the years, and this opening was one of the most preferred one. So again, coming to the point, how did Ding Liren lost, and how did Gukesh manage to squeeze out a win? So it was all standard, basic opening. The main point is, if you look at the seventh move of h3 by Gukesh and bishop f5 by Ding Liren, Gukesh already had 35 minutes advantage over his opponent. So those of you don't know how does the format works. For the first 40 minutes, each player gets 2 hours each on the clock, and once the 40 moves are done, you also get 30 additional minutes with 30-second increment from the 41st move. So it was also really important to get yourself in the time advantage, so you can have the initiative and push your opponent. The exactly same thing happened in the first round, where Gukesh really managed to get almost 1 hour time advantage on the clock. However, he let that slip during the game, and when the 40th move came, it was Gukesh in the first round who was under tremendous pressure. He did the opposite here. How did he do that? First of all, we won't go to the intricacies of the game because the level of understanding of chess is much higher for a GM. Otherwise, I would have been there playing against Ding Liren. You can see only after 11 moves, Gukesh had 1 hour 56 minutes 24 seconds, which means he only used 3 minutes. At the same time, Ding Liren had 1 hour 31 minutes, which also means Gukesh was in his opening preparation. What do you mean by opening preparation? You try to find a certain lines where you try to get the better of your opponent and try to lure him to play a certain position. If we So 18th move was the turning point of the game, where Gukesh, I'm sorry, I'll go back to 18th move again, where Ding Liren played under pressure. In just 4 minutes, he made this move, and according to Engine does not like this. You can see how Gukesh is getting the better of Ding Liren through the engines. So if you ask what is the move here, what is the right move? According to Engine, bishop to e7 would be the right move. However, none of that happened, and since Ding Liren played his rook to h5, trying to put pressure on Gukesh, it meant he trapped his bishop on c2. So again, if you ask how does this trap works, it is also called positional imbalance. We will see how Gukesh captures this bishop, and for that, Ding Liren had 2 extra pawns. He played all the correct moves according to the engine. This exclamation mark means the best move according to the engine. See, now the critical move was to take this knight with your king. so that your king advances and gives your opponent less space to play on. And if you look at the time gap here, 54 minute versus 19 minute. So that itself says a lot about the game, how Gukesh managed to squeeze out the win. And when it came to 37 move, 3 moves before both players get the additional 30-minute plus 30 seconds increment. By then, Gukesh had already sealed the deal. Liren loses on time, and it was the Indian youngster, the 18-year-old youngster, who got his critical win, making restoring the parity after first 3 rounds. It was really important round for Gukesh to win, so that it will be one and a half, one and a half score line after the first 3 rounds. So I hope I was able to make you guys understand how Gukesh won this round. And you can see by the 38th move, it was actually Liren who resigned under pressure, under time control. So hopefully you will get all the, I'm sorry about that. Hopefully you get all the idea about the game, about this round, about all 3 rounds. In the first game, Gukesh actually played e4, which is the other file than d4, which also means that Gukesh and Liren eventually played out a French defense game. French defense game was the same opening which Liren used against Jan Nepomniachtchi almost a year back to get his first classical win in over 304 days. His last win was against Max Bormerdam, the Dutch GM, who he won against during the Tata Steel Masters on 27th January 2024. So this was a much needed morale boosting win for the Indian youngster, who will have the black pieces in the 4th round after 1 day of break. Thank you.